my name is Stephanie Harry, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And my son Christopher has a rare condition called LCHAD. He was picked up on the newborn screening in 2008. I actually went into HELP syndrome before I had him and was in ICU. I went on life support within 24 hours of him being born. When he was smaller, I had a wise soul tell me, like, you have to be okay with his LCHAD or he never will be. And I really took that to heart. But we all have different journeys. And I really like that. I don't know who created it, but there's this story that flies around, I feel like, in the rare disease community, where it talks about how when you have a child with a rare disease, you think that you are, flying to Paris, but instead you fly to Belgium. And like, Belgium's a beautiful place. It's like wonderful, the culture, but it's a different culture. It's not what you expected. And so many other parents are in Paris, and we're having to like readjust, like, okay, this is our normal. This is our experience. Like, this is how we need to be able to embrace this and do it well. And so that's kind of what we've always tried to do. I think we've kind of created this philosophy that I didn't even realize until a couple of years ago. Somebody was asking me a question. So I asked Christopher, I said, what advice would you give to other FAOD parents? And he said, get creative. There's always a reason to get creative. Every moment is kind of so special. You don't really regret it because you know how quickly it can be taken away from you. I love the things that I've learned along the way. Like, the body is absolutely amazing. And without LCHAD, I don't know that I would have ever realized that. Trying to come to peace with this might be the case, but how can I spin that? How can we not let that have the final say? Does that mean that we take any savings that we have and travel more when he's younger to make sure that he sees more than like he would have otherwise? So it always gets back to that. How can we be creative? Like, how can we put a spin to this thing that we can't control? Because there's things that you can control with the metabolic condition. You can control what food goes into a child's body to some capacity, because all kids are different and they have different issues. But we can control like calories and stuff, but we can't control what the body's just going to do. We can be honest with the doctors, we can educate ourselves, but then there's this like let go, and that's hard. Along the way, he would be up to 5 grams of fat a day and then 6 grams of fat a day. Well, that's a really small amount of fat you're working with. And so how do we cook like tasty, healthy things that we all can eat, that he can also eat? And so that was, something that we tried to tackle early on, because I didn't want food to be this like drudgery. We really, really want to thank the Inform Network for everything that they've done for us and our family. The Inform Network has been a wonderful place to get information, and to get information that I know is accurate. And also just, sometimes you have big questions, or you have, or even sometimes the small questions. There's a section on the Inform Network where you can ask a clinician, and I love it because I know that there is a team of doctors, and that Dr. Vockley is a part of it too, that answers these questions. It is helpful to sometimes get feedback in the moment about what's going through your mind, and then also just having access to information. I am that parent that, when Christopher was small, the only way that I could learn about his LCHAD was through medical journal articles. And so I spent a lot of time trying to learn that jargon, trying to understand what's going inside of his body. Because I feel like if I have a deeper understanding of it, then I'll be able to explain it to him in a better way than if I just have this general sense or understanding. I would just tell families that there is hope. There's always hope in the midst of it. There's a lot of things that they don't know, and that's scary. And yet there's so much that the clinicians are learning, and that's super hopeful. And that it's okay to voice your opinions. It's okay to voice your concerns. It's also okay not to have all the answers. And the most the best thing that you can do for your child is advocate for them, be honest with the doctors, and don't be afraid to ask questions.